This is like jazz. I kind of know some of my melody, but I'm going to make some of it up too. And it was all on account of the fact that my picture was on the cover of a magazine. And we were standing there looking into a bar that I like to go to for an afternoon drink. And she was standing there because she's supposed to go to work. But it was like the apocalypse had happened with ice, because it was 40 below zero and the pipes had frozen. And she looked at me and she said, I don't think you're going to get that drink. And I said, I don't think you're going to go to work. And she said, I think you're that guy on the magazine. And I went, well, which one? She said, you know the one. I said, yeah, well, Canadian playwright, you know. We're burdened with fame. And I realized she was really quite attractive, and she kept saying, magazine. It was like, what does it be like to get on the cover of a magazine? I've never been on the cover of a magazine. That's very cool. That's how it whirls for me, you know. I'm just like, on the cover of a magazine. It's kind of what I do. Now, I had things to do that night, so I couldn't the way I might have liked to. So a plan was made to meet about 2 days hence for viands and vine. So the next day I got up and I started thinking about this, and I started to go, holy fuck, what am I doing, dude? No, just call that number and say, no, it's off. See, she was a little bit younger than me. Maybe a generation. And then I remembered the advice of my friend Sean, who had gone to a doctor when he was in such a situation because he wasn't sure that he could perform. And I said, oh, dude, that's not a problem for me, man. I'm good. He goes, no, just in case. I said, I'm always going to be okay, man. He goes, yeah, but you smoke and you drink, you know, and you're always fucking around. There's going to be a couple of days. I said, I don't need that shit. He said, look it, man, you're going to go whitewater rafting without a life jacket? He said, just put a life jacket on. What's going to hurt? So I'm remembering all this, and I think, I remember he said, doctors with the prescription pad are like dogs. You give them a certain command and they write the prescription. And the command word is anxiety. So, I go down to the medical clinic that afternoon, and I went to a sleazy one out in Forest Lawn. You know, doctor's all, smock's all got yellow stuff on it and stuff, and he comes down. And I get a little eczema in the winter, you know, so I'm shortening the patches, and he gives me a thing called Celestiderm, like skin of the heavens or something. And he goes, so anything else? And I said, no, that's good. I said, well, actually, yeah, one thing. And I said, I got this thing about to happen, you know. And I'm feeling a little anxiety. Oh, and he perks right up. He goes, anxiety, eh? And I said, yeah, anxiety. And I said, I'm a little anxious. He goes, oh, yeah, anxious. And I said, yeah. He goes, you're feeling a little angst. And I said, no angst. But anxiety. He goes, oh, what not angst? And I said, well, I've always heard angst defined as unobjectified anxiety. And he goes, so there's objectification of the anxiety then. Is that what you're talking about? I said, oh, yeah, big time objectification of the anxiety. They said, well, what is the objectification of the anxiety? I said, well, it's the thing itself. It's the act itself. He goes, well, I don't know the act, man. You're not telling me. And I said, well, it's like we say on the prairies, making a CK into a G and dropping the final G, fugging. I got fugging anxiety. Oh, you got anxiety about fugging? Oh, yeah, man. I've got this thing. I might be doing some fucking, and I'm kind of anxious. I got anxiety. And he goes, oh, well, don't worry about it. I got a thing for you. I said, oh, yeah? He goes, yeah. There's a pill. I'm going to give you that pill. I said, does it work? He goes, oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. This is a doctor talking. He said, my brother took one of these, and he said he could fuck a whole village. I said, like a village, a whole village, everybody. Man, woman, child, the guy down at the rink making the ice for curling, just fuck them all. He goes, yeah. I said, like Nanton. I go, fuck Nanton. Yeah. Take one. Just take one, whatever you do. So, the next night, driving there, get into the old Mercury, if you remember it, having the freedom air. And she's got on a top, it's got on a horizontal slit right about here. So you can kind of peer in there. Like it's a letterbox. You're looking in at two lost civilizations. So beautiful. And she's all like, oh, it must be so cool to have your picture on the magazine. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And she's all like, oh. And I'm like, oh. And she's like, oh, I'm having such a good time. And I said, oh, I'm having such a good time. And it's just going so good. I can't even believe it. I'm pinching myself. I can't do this. It's only too soon. So I say, excuse me, my dear. I just have to go down and freshen up. So in this little pocket, I've got the little bubble pack with the pill. There's actually two of them. So I run the water, and I poke the bubble pack, and I take the pill. Nothing. I think, well, if he could fuck a small village with one pill. Imagine two. Imagine what you could do with two. Two of these pills. I think two. So I took the second one. Then I go back upstairs. And she's just putting her cell phone away. And I says, and she says, and I said, we'll go back to my place. Let nature take its course. She says, no, I'm going out to a movie with a friend. Yes, it's been so nice to meet you. It's a really nice meal, a really nice time. A movie with a friend. It's kind of something I've been planning for a long time. Okay, well, I'll drive you home then. So we're driving home. Try not to look into the letter slot, into the civilizations. Driving. Then I drop her off, and I'm a smart man, right? Because I'm here. And I figure, it's not about me. It's about the man on the magazine. It doesn't matter. And I was so sad. I couldn't even take advantage of those pills. I just went home, I put the pill over my head, and I went to bed. Went to sleep. Well, the next day, I found myself in IKEA. Yeah, IKEA, Swedish place with lots of furniture. I need a desk light, so that's where I always go. And I'm in the maze, I'm in the maze. Everything's cool. And then I get sort of into the kitchen part with all the handles and the knobs and everything. And all of a sudden, oh, dude, I'm in IKEA. And I got the biggest heart-on of my whole life. And there's mothers with strollers and nuns and people in wheelchairs and all the knobs and the cupboards and the tables and chairs and and this is the honest to God truth. I went down and got a catalog. And I went into the washroom. And I opened the catalog to the desk that I wrote all those award-winning plays at, which is called A Jerker. And I jerked off in the IKEA washroom. Oh, it was the best orgasm I had in my whole entire life. Fuck, it was good. All that stuff around me. Oh. And then imagine my shame. Oh. Oh. Mr. Bean. So I did what any smart man would do. I went out and for $1.50 got 2 hot dogs and a Mountain Dew. Then I stood in the little cafeteria and ate my hot dogs and drank my Mountain Dew, watched the people buying all their things, suddenly feeling part of the human race, but kind of removed from it too. Thank you.